Hey everyone, welcome back to another one of our Arizona real estate market reviews. We are going to be deep diving into the Arizona real estate numbers, and this is a long form video. So if you are here for all of the down and dirty on what is happening in the Arizona real estate market, what happened in April, what we see trending going into May, then you're in the right place. Okay, I'm Katie Evans, Real Estate Boss Mom, aka the Real Estate Boss Mom. Welcome back to another one of our long form videos. This one is going to be a longer one. So again, if you are looking for kind of some more deep dive into the Arizona numbers, this is the place to be. So let's talk about what's going on. I am going to share a screen with you. Let's get that up and going. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so I typically just put this in nice slideshow form so that all that you see is the 1 month slide, and the reason I'm not doing that today is because we're going to bounce back and forth over the last couple of months just a little bit. We are seeing some changes on the horizon, so this is what I kind of want to show you. So if we go back even just a month, you can see our supply was down a little bit, our inventory numbers were up, and again, that's just how those are measured. Same thing here in this month. And if we go back to the beginning of the year, that's when we started to see inventory starting to go up. We also were seeing prices still going up. If we head into February, we started to see prices softening a little bit. And then we had this really weird thing in March, where you can see we had all-time record highs. And these sold price per square foot and the average sell price, those were all-time record highs, as well as this average sold for the last 12 months. All-time record highs. I want you to keep that in mind as we look at the factoids for April going into May. All right, so this is kind of a little bit of a shock to the system. All-time record highs, look at that. Those numbers went down a fair amount. 316, 295, 646,617, 585,542. All right, softening in the Arizona market. That is what is happening right now. Now, are you waiting for the bottom to drop out? If we're looking at some of our outlier cities that are usually the ones that are the harder markets, if we look at cities like Maricopa, Florence, some of those other cities, we're actually, if we drill down into those cities, what we're seeing in those cities is those values are actually starting to come back up. Don't have a crystal ball. I'm not predicting anything, but we're starting to feel like maybe we've hit the bottom of our market. And while I'm not expecting any kind of a high trajectory up, maybe we're just going to hang tight for a hot minute. Let's give it a couple months to make sure that I'm not wrong on that, but that is kind of what I wanted to show you. So let me see if I can make this prettier for us as we actually go through the numbers. There we go. Okay, so April 2025, let's run through our factoids here. Our supply, remember, that is months. Inventory is in the year. So supply, we went up again. We went from 3.5 to 3.8 months worth of supply, and our inventory number followed again, 127 days to 132. What does that mean? That means if we did not add another thing to the market, it would take us 3.8 months to sell everything off at the rate that it's going. Same thing for the inventory. It would take us 132 days. Sometimes those are in alignment. Sometimes they're a little out of alignment because, again, how they are actually measured. Our active days on market, we went up a couple days on market. So I think everybody who's trying to sell a house right now is feeling this. It is taking longer to sell a house. You don't just put it on the market and it sells in the next 30 days. There are exceptions to that, but it is very area and house and price point specific. All right. Our closed days on market, we went down by 1 day. So whatever. Our active price per square foot. So again, we're jumping into some of these numbers. Active price per square foot, $359.23. That is down from the previous month. Our sold price per square foot. So the houses that are selling at approximately across the entire state. So again, you guys, I cannot stress enough, these are macro numbers. We have to look at the numbers for your neighborhood, for your city, because These could swing wildly depending on what kind of a property you are looking to sell. So again, please take that with a grain of salt. And if you have a specific question about a specific property, then please don't hesitate to ask it, because it is going to affect the numbers greatly. All right, so our sold price per square foot, $295.68. Again, that number was down pretty dramatically if you watch the beginning of this video. And our average sale price was $585,542, again down. Our median sold, so again, go back to your math. How do you figure out average? How do you figure out the median? Our median sold stayed steady. So you want to know what's selling? $1,000 houses. That is what is selling right now. Our average sold over the last 12 months went down to $595, $469. And our median sold for the last 12 months, again, hanging steady at $450. So you want to know what houses are mostly selling for in Arizona? Mostly they're selling right around $450,000. All right, our appreciation numbers. Red means that it went down month over month. If it doesn't have a negative sign, it wasn't a negative number. It just means it wasn't as high as last month. All right. So appreciation price per square foot over the last 12 months, we're seeing appreciation rates of 2.8% over the last 12 months, averaging. Okay. Over the last 30 days, we've dropped into the negative number. Now you have gained so much equity over the last several years that this number shouldn't terrify you. But if you've bought most recently, guys, you need to hang tight. You're going to need to stay in that house for just a little while to make sure we make that ground back up. Okay, so this is a long-term investment. But yes, in the last 30 days, we have seen negative 3.7% in our appreciation price per square foot. Okay, a few things that I want you guys to notice. Now, our May comes in recording the most listings since 2014. So we're starting off May with 26,234 properties available. Our active single family residents, again, that number continues to climb. And now we are sitting at 19,853, again, the whole state. This went up by about 1,200 properties month over month. However, let's see. Oh, and our new builds. Sorry, people want to know about new builds. New builds are also hovering right around 2,784 or up 14%. Normally, so our total active supply that is available for you to buy in the state of Arizona since January of this year is up 30%. Okay, so yes, are you feeling more competition, sellers? You absolutely are feeling more competition. You have 30% more people that you're competing against right now. Buyers, that should feel a little good to you because you have more options, which you haven't had options in a really, really, really long time. If you want to know what the normal is, if there is a normal, the normal is we see that in about the teens. All right, so total supply usually increases seasonality wise. Like we do start to see more houses come on the market starting the beginning of the year till we get to the peak of our market, which is right about April, May. And then we start to see that trail off. With that rise in inventory, normal is in the teens. All right. And we are at 30%. So that is an interesting thing to note. Let's see. I do want you to know that right now, if you are looking to sell a house, we are seeing cancellation and fallout rates of between 20 and 25%. That doesn't mean those houses aren't getting relisted, but it means the agent that is trying to sell them right now is not getting the job done. And 20 to 25% of them are either canceling or expiring. Some of them are coming back right back to market. Some of them are not. But that is a very, very interesting number that you need to know, especially if you are a seller. So let's see. There was one other thing I wanted to make sure. Oh, yes, concessions. Sellers. A couple things that you need to be aware of. Because of the market that we are in right now, if your agent is not talking to you about some of the trends around concessions and also around buyer agent compensation, that is a conversation that you want to start with them. You most likely, as a seller, will be contributing towards the buyer agent compensation, and you probably are going to be giving, in addition to that, some seller concessions in order to get your home sold. Right now, we are seeing the seller concession amount at a median of $10,000. Median. Okay, so if you are priced really, really close to your break evens or to whatever else. Like, those are numbers that you really, really, really need to take into account right now in the market that we're in. Okay, let's see. Our average sale to list price is about 98%. And that is once they get it to the right number, guys. So if it was overpriced to begin with, that isn't it. But once they reduce to the right price where it sells, then it is about 98% list to sell. Our listing success, I already told you about this. We're about 71% listing success ratio, and about 2,285 single family residents went off the market in April. And of that, 1,065 of those were actually listed below 565,000. So, yeah, if you're a seller out there, yeah, you are feeling it right now. You definitely are. I don't want to downplay that for you, because we definitely are. All right, that is what I've got for you right now. As always, we are here to be a resource for you. So if you have any questions about what's happening in the Arizona real estate market, you would like numbers for your specific property, all of those kind of things, I would love to chat with you. Send us a direct message, a DM. Feel free to email me or text me, however is easiest for you. And if you haven't already, do me a huge favor. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and please share this with someone you know would benefit from having this information. So as always, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in our next video.